Assalamualaikum
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh. We are from Senior High School 12 Makassar, Dubes English Club.
Do you guys know what story it is? So if you want to know, watch carefully till the end and check it out. This is the story of a great hero from Malalayang, North Sulawesi. That great hero was named Robert Walter Manginsidi. Robert Walter Manginsidi was born in Malalayang, Manado, North Sulawesi on February 14, 1925. In 1931, Robert began his education at elementary school or HIS, then continued to high school or MULO at Friar Don Bosco, Manado. In 1942, during the Second World War, Robert was forced to quit school. Then he was educated to become a Japanese language teacher. His job as a teacher did not last long. He wanted to get higher education. Robert was forced to move to Makassar, where finally Indonesia proclaimed independence on August 17, 1945.
Proklamasi kami bangsa Indonesia dengan ini menyatakan kemerdekaan Indonesia. Hal-hal yang mengenai pemindahan kekuasaan dan lain-lain diselenggarakan dengan cara seksama dan dalam tempo yang sesingkat-singkatnya. Jakarta, 17 Agustus 1945, atas nama bangsa Indonesia, Soekarno-Hatta.
In September 1945, the Dutch came back and colonized Indonesia. Even Makassar was directly controlled at that time. Not long after, the Dutch army named KNIL took over the narrative in Marisol, which was formerly occupied by the Japanese. Sulawesi people became angry. They did not like being ruled again by the Dutch. Robert, together with his friends in the Student Youth Force organization, devised a strategy. They would reclaim the territories controlled by the Dutch using force. The places are Makassar Radio Building, Matoanya Radio Station, Marisol Camp, and the NICA office.
Woo! Attack! Attack!
But when the Dutch flag wanted to be taken down, they immediately realized and showed them.
Hello, Captain. Our headquarters attacked by Indonesian people.
What? Deploy troops now.
Okay, Captain.
Then the soldier came to shoot Indonesian people who did not have weapons, and then catch them. Keep him there, don't let him escape. When Robert Walter Manginsidi was in prison, he was interrogated by several prisoners. He was mistaken for one of the Dutch spies, even though he was just riding bicycle and was arrested. But the prisoners still don't believe what Robert explained.
This.
What? You think we believe you?
I swear, and I will be willing to die fighting for our independence.
Tears, blood, and all this sacrifice will be a strong foundation for my country, Indonesia, Robert said in his heart. After that, Robert and several prisoners tried to escape from prison, ranging from disguise as a prison supervisor to disguise as a prison warden. Well, of course, because Robert is a very wise person. After successfully escaping, they began to eradicate the Dutch secretly by continuing to disguise themselves and telling them to leave their country. After morning come, Robert quietly returned home to meet Anna.
Anna, what time do the Dutch pick you up?
In a minute.
I'll come along.
No, Walters, it's dangerous.
Don't interfere. That's my business.
After that, Robert and Anna were picked up by a car that had been prepared. In the middle, there was a raid by the Dutch troops. Robert still managed to escape because he was riding in the car that Anna was riding. After that, Robert arrived at a place where many young people used as tools. Then, Robert told them to join in his plans. Since these youth and fathers joined, they were aggressively fighting against the Dutch. The Dutch also felt that they were no longer safe and were suffering. From this battle, Robert's name became more often heard thanks to his courage and recklessness against the Dutch. Therefore, the Dutch decided to the secret police to find and arrest him. In fact, the Dutch even held a competition that anyone who managed to catch Robert alive or dead will be rewarded with a lot of money. Robert has faced several wars. Finally, in 1974, Robert wandered Wangin City because he was famous for being brave and persuaded by him to work together to help the Dutch. We will pay you. We will pay you if you want to help us.
I'm not going to help you.
After about 8 months in prison, Robert was released from prison. But he was only able to enjoy the fresh air for 9 days because Robert was again arrested by the Dutch. On March 26, 1949, Robert was tried by a Dutch court. Because he continued to refuse the Dutch offer, Robert was accused of deserting, robbing, killing, and others. He was also sentenced to death by the Dutch. On 5 September 1949, Robert was shot dead by a Dutch court at around 5 in the morning. In Panaikan, Telok, the son of the nation's best, Robert Walter Wangin bravely stood in front of the firing squad. Before being shot, Robert wrote a letter, a piece of paper, as a statement of his belief in Almighty God and his struggle for the independence of the Indonesian nation never faded, and the contents of the letter were: 1. Faithful to the end in faith. Number 2. I asked to be buried in Kolobaka because many of my friends died there. 3. Send my greetings to Papa, my brothers and sisters in Malalaya, and my comrades in arms. I will carry out this death sentence calmly, without fear and trembling, for the sake of the independence of the beloved Indonesian nation. Just before hitting the shooting set, Robert shook the hands of everyone present.
Do your duty, brothers and sisters, only carry on the duties of orders of superiors. I forgive you, and may God Almighty forgive you sins.
The gunners were getting ready and had aimed at Robert.
With my eyes and heart open, I want to see the infernal bullets pierce my chest.
And after the death of Robert Walter Mangiti, his body was then buried in the Makassar Heroes Cemetery on November 10, 1950.
So that's the story for us. Thank you for watching carefully and goodbye.